Hello, lovely people. I welcome you once again to Bright and Clara's channel. Thank you all for clicking. This is episode 20 on a 7-bedroom house that we are putting up for our lovely couples. All right, so in your view, it's a 3D representation of the entire house. A 3D means a 3 dimension, which gives you a pictorial view of the house when it is completed based on the glass formation, the window formation, the height, the roofing type, and all the design that comes to beautify it. If you need an architect for this design, it was done by Mr. Charles Bosumpra. Please contact the numbers there in case you need his assistance. So in your view, it's a total breakdown for putting up the structural work only. Okay, this is just for the structural work. The borehole price you see there, there's a breakdown to it. You can watch episode 12 and you will understand the breakdown from there. So as of now, the total cost is $166,837. So we are back at site again. The watering continues, but this time around we are doing the final touches where we are topping up areas where have actually sunk down drastically. You understand? But water, we keep pouring water constantly. You understand? We need to put enough water. Yes, that it is very necessary. Sometimes you sitting back will feel itchy. Oh, why are these people not moving so fast? It's too slow. I want the work to go very fast. No, that is not how it is. You can see 2 pipelines hanging on the reinforcement, okay, and the water is pouring constantly. One here, one on the other side. Yes, we needed to do that constantly. Keep pouring water. Keep pouring water. The same water we say we don't want too much water, it's going to cause molds. The same water has an advantage somewhere by pouring it on the laterite. That is human nature, You can't do away with certain things. The same thing that will harm you, the same thing that is good for you. Sometimes, means that utilizing it in the right way. You understand? Once you utilize it in the right way, it will never harm you. It's just like a knife. If you use it wrongly, it will harm you. If you use it correctly, it becomes a useful tool for you. You understand? Yes. If you need a borehole, please contact Jonathan Amwa. He is my cousin and he does perfectly well in borehole drilling. Reverse osmosis. When I say reverse osmosis, taking salt out of water. In case your land, those in Pram Pram, Kasoa, Dowenya, our lands are salty. So when you do a borehole, it's filled with salt and you need to do a reverse osmosis, get the salt out so that you can drink it. So he will install the device and put a dispenser and you just put a cap and drink your water. You're good to go. Okay, so contact Jonathan Amwa for that. All right, so we are still at the final stage. The last time I threw a discussion on the platform and we'll be going to another discussion. In the meantime, if you need any building materials, be it DPM. DPM means damp proof membrane. Okay, please contact my brother. This DPM comes from the UK. It's a UK standard. We have a DPC. DPC is when after the overside concrete, we are laying the superstructure, we need a DPC damp proof course. And then waterproof chemical, there are 2 brands. Okay, if you need cement, if you need bitumen, please contact Mr. Mowley on the numbers below. Okay. All right. So the last time I threw a discussion, I was asking whether or not you need a burglary proof or not. And the reason for that is since we are going to have a CCTV camera, you're going to have electric fencing, and we're going to have an intruder alarm. Do you really need a burglary proof in your house? So those are the 3 questions. The one question I pose with that. So I expect some feedback from you. Today I'm going to ask, based on all the DPM, the waterproof chemical, and all of this that we are doing, is there any way we can still experience mold on our building? I want to know. If you're putting up your fence wall, we say we should put DPM underneath the trenches before we lay the blocks. Okay, so that is coming from underneath. On the side as well, we have to paint it with bitumen. Okay, so what about from the top? What are we going to do from there? I want to know. I'm throwing these questions. These are things we need to ask, because sometimes it is of the view. Once you're able to tackle everything from the foundation, everything is done. But I also have a different twist to it, that it is not always like that. Yes, it starts if there's water underneath. What of if it rains and the water keep hitting a certain angle, okay, which is from the top constantly? Won't you experience mold from there? Your fence wall, how can you protect your fence wall from mold? I want to know. I need answers. Let us have this discussion. Okay, there might be good people out there with in-depth knowledge. I want you to drop me your comment so that we can all learn together. We grow, you understand, so that we can best mitigate this damp issue. Are you with me? So we've done in the trenches. Okay, we've done the bitumen both on the inside and outside of the trenches, the footings. Okay, and then we've done the laterite. When we're done, we're going to put the overlay, which is the DPM. We're going to do all of that. And then what about the walls? What are we going to do? I need some information. Okay, I need some information. So constantly pouring water. Okay, this water, in case you do your borehole, kindly check. That's why you need to talk to Mr. Jonathan Amwa, because sometimes the excess chlorine can cause the blocks to brittle. Okay, it can have effects on the iron rod. It can have effect on the blocks. So they need to do water testing for you after your borehole drilling. They need to do water testing for you so that you don't just keep pouring the water on the footings, because that will have another effect on the blocks. Okay, because of the chloride or chlorine in the water, it will have effects on the blocks. So Amwa actually did the test. It was okay. We can drink it and then we can utilize it. It has no effect on the blocks. But perhaps where you are, has it been tested? You understand? Please do those testing before you pour the water on the footings, and then later it will affect the blocks. Before you realize, you see the blocks will fade away. I bet you blocks because of the chemical in the water. Okay, yes, so you need to check it before you utilize the water onto the foundation. So right now you see that we've topped up everywhere. Initially it was all sunk in, but now we've topped it up. Everything is leveled. Again, we're going to pour water and pour water so that we know that everything is okay now, and then we'll bring in the compactor to do the compacting. Okay, and it has to be a heavy duty. With such project, you don't need the plate compactor, those small one with the plate. No, you need double rollers. The heavy duty is about we have 2 ton, we have 1.5, depending on the capacity. At least 1.5 ton is okay. It comes with the vibrator or the rollers. Some of them, the front rollers are the one vibrating, the back one doesn't vibrate. No, we need a roller with double vibration. With this type of project, you need to have a good compactor, not just some small compactor. No, heavy duty one to compact it properly. The entire foundation is huge, you understand, and you need to pay key attention to each chamber. If not, you might overlook certain things, and that is going to cost you more. Okay, you might have done a good job, but something small will cost you so big. So pay key attention to those areas. With the nature of what I do, at my free time, I go back, I watch every video. That is how I review most of my project. Whenever I receive the video, I go through it. Same time, I make a screenshot. I mark certain areas. I pass it on to the mason. I said, please check these areas. Please check this area. It is very, very good. And the platform will create, anybody at all can also spot something and say, okay, Mr. Bright, I saw this. Kindly have it corrected. You understand? And any given time, I go back and watch the video over again, over and over and over. So I could spot and eliminate errors and things that have been, overlooked. Are you with me? Yes. So it is very, very important. Very, very important. So as of now, I think there isn't that much we have to do. We've been able to do what it is expected of us to do, especially to deal with the dampness that I talked about. So the next is the question that I'm posing. How best do you reduce dampness from above? You understand? Now we've done it from beneath. What about the side and side from the top? Your fence wall, okay? Yes. If you have a polytank platform on top of your roof, how do you protect that one also from dampness? Because sometimes you see on top of the polytank area on the platform on top of the roof, it has become so black because that area also need to be well protected. It is constantly exposed to water and water is heating it. Now, to be able to deal with molds, you need to avoid water from certain areas constantly. Are you with me? Because when there's moist there, it will develop molds. But when there's heat and sunshine, it dries up, then there's no mold. But when you give room for moist, okay, then molds will develop. Are you with me? So that is the question I'm posing. How do we avoid water dampness from above? We've done from beneath. In our next video, I'm going to raise another question so that we can have a discussion. It is very, very important. We learn as we move along, so that whilst you're watching, you can also educate, you can also give us some insight. Maybe you are a contractor, you are somebody who is an expert. Please drop your comment so that you educate me, so that I can also educate my community. Okay? Together we grow. If you love this video, please do not hesitate to hit the like button. We like this one too. And then encourage us a lot. Okay, subscribe to the channel. To promote the channel, you should share it to your friends so that together we can all learn. From me to you, shalom. God bless you wherever you are. Bye bye.